Test, test, test. All right. We are back. And my internet is back this time. Wow, amazing how much easier it is to stream when you have functioning internet. Shout out TDS Telecom for literally nothing last night. But no, we are back today with a stream, and we're starting it right off the bat with a tornado warning in Tennessee and a less than 2% tornado risk. But we're going to talk about it nonetheless because, hey, tornado warning is a tornado warning. The velocity on it is almost gone recently in the last, 5 to 10 scans, so it's looking a lot less significant and a lot less concerning, that's for sure. But that's it for tornado warnings, so that's good. Maybe we're going to be done with tornado warnings within, 10-15 minutes here, hopefully. We do still have a large area of severe thunderstorm warnings. We're probably going to be live until this makes its way through Pittsburgh, unless it decides to fall apart immediately, and it's no longer going to be a severe thunderstorm warning by the time it gets to Pittsburgh. But yeah, no, we are going to talk about this and everything else that's going on. We have a large 2% tornado risk, very large 2% tornado risk, stretching all the way back to Oklahoma. There's basically nothing going on here now. All these storms were all confused and went every which way. We had some go this way, some go that way, some go that way. And that kind of is just all falling apart. We do still have a severe thunderstorm watch there for the next hour and 43 minutes, however. And there it is, the max velocity, max chalked velocity raid. Welcome in everyone from Max's stream. Hopefully you had a great day at Max's stream, and we're going to continue things. We are getting a bunch of rain reports out of Henrietta and other counties in New York of greater than 3 inches in total rainfall, and they're going to have more rain on the way tonight, so we may see very significant flash flooding in those areas. Need to pull this up. Click. All right. But for now, our biggest concern is this tornado warning here that we have in Tennessee. That tornado warning is still in effect, although it does not look nearly as significant as it once did. I ordered food like 40 minutes ago, and it's getting here in 1 minute. W. Welcome in, everyone. Yeah, sorry for not streaming yesterday. Literally, we set everything up. I clicked start streaming on OBS. I went to the bathroom, came back, looked at my router, which is right there in the room next to me, and the light was red. So I was like, great. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you to all the new subscribers. We just blew past 28,500 subscribers. We're already all the way up to 28,600 subscribers in 2 minutes here. The tornado warning has been allowed to expire, so Santa Fe and Spring Hill, you guys are good to come out of shelter. This storm is probably going to cease to exist within 10-15 minutes here. Thank you so much for becoming a 2% channel member. So now our main area of interest is our QLCS that we have up here in Pennsylvania. This is all, I believe, yeah. No, there's still one considerable severe thunderstorm warning, and that includes places like East Liverpool, Cadiz, Weirton, I thought that said Teletubby, Steubenville, and all the way up to Greenville and Sharpsville. Then our warning further off to the north is only a 60-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning. Only. By the way, guys, the camera above our head was this storm down here in Tennessee. Obviously, that is weekend, so we're going to work on getting a new camera here. All right, I'm working on getting a new camera. Memphis, yes, you guys are good for tornadoes. At this point, every single person who could be wondering if we're going to be good for tornadoes should be good for tornadoes. What are the chances of rain in central Kentucky tomorrow? Tomorrow? I honestly don't know the answer to that. Let me look. I would imagine pretty high just from the brief map of storms that I have in my head. Need to go to the 0Z here. Yeah, there's going to be some scattered showers in Kentucky, but it actually looks like about 5%. Name, thank you so much for those kind words. Hey Riley, is there any way I can send you a picture of what I think is an unwarned tornado? Yeah, send it on Twitter at Simco12_WX. I think my Twitter link is down in the description. I'll take a look at that. Let me pull up my Twitter to you. We have a video submitted by a viewer, aka James Pettis, of an anvil crawler in thank you. Sure. My food just got here. This is a video submitted by James Pettis of an anvil crawler in Nashville, Tennessee. Wait, quite the lightning strike, if I'd say so myself. Alright, here's a camera. And then while I'm setting up this camera, if you guys want, I have the same heat map thing that Max has, and we can do that here. So let me know where you're watching from, and we'll get a map of where all of our viewers are tuning in from. So this new camera is in Clay County, and there's definitely some strong winds. Bang, there we go, the McDonald's fries. Old trustworthy, never failed me once. Kenosha, Phoenix, Becker, Pittsburgh. Shout out to my Uber Eats driver. San Diego. We're ending the map in 25 seconds. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We do have some very strong storms on the way. We're almost in a severe thunderstorm warning there. It's probably going to be a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. That is for 70-mile-per-hour winds. No hail, just leftover winds from the system. Warsaw, Poland. We got people watching from Poland. Hayden, we're going to need to add Poland to the camera program, or the mapping program, I guess. All right, we're going to have that map here in a second. Not intimidated. Thanks so much for the $5 super. Look at that. It's 9:25 p.m. and you know we're getting locked in because I got coffee from McDonald's. It's not too late for coffee, is it, guys? I feel like this is prime coffee time. What do we think? I did get a straw. Actually, yes, I got 2 straws. Here. Because you never have one. And I also have one in my drink. Gotta get that. I don't know if the mic even picks it up. The ice swirl. Never too late for coffee. See, this is the kind of people that I need more of in my life. Also, if you thought that was enough, I've been eating these that I got from Costa Rica. Got some chocolate covered coffee beans. Alright, here we go. Unsurprisingly, a bunch of you are tuned in from the area that has basically just got convected by our severe storms. You have already seen storms today, because clearly there's a good amount of you. How about you guys tell me what it was like? Let's keep the weather conversation going, even though the weather itself may be starting to chill out. And then, of course, we got people watching from Pennsylvania. I just closed Discord. GG's. Shocked. It's back open. We have 3 people in Alaska who are watching this stream right now. Yeah, unfortunately, Zach is not set up to work with Canadian viewers yet. I love you, my Canadian viewers, and are actually going to talk about your outlooks for tomorrow, because you do have, I believe, a high risk tomorrow in Canada. And the map was actually made by a Canadian. And I'm from Minnesota, so I'm basically a Canadian. So we love Canadians here. Two straws, one napkin. Shout out from Jackson, Wisconsin. You might be onto something there, because I don't think I got any napkins. Got the napkins. Got a whole stack of them. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 napkins. Oh my lord. We've never been so back. That's a lot of napkins. Especially from a McDonald's. Mary, thanks so much for the $10 super chat. Tornado chance near Cortland, Ohio. Well, let's take a look at that, Bree. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Very low. Actually, 0. The storm's already through, so you guys are good. Chilling in Ohio. This is interesting. Looks like it has rotation on it. I doubt it's rotation. I think that's just a harmless inflow notch. But we do have some storms in North Dakota. Have anything in Wisconsin? Oh no, guys. I'm getting slabbed. GG's. How's your voice holding up? You know, unlike Max, I spend a lot of the stream not talking, at least projecting my voice to the stream. I'm just talking to people on the back end, so my voice is fine. Mine's chilling. What's a McWing? Is that like a McDonald's chicken wing? If so, we do not have those, and I'm annoyed. Alright, I promised you guys we were going to do this. We're going to do it. We're going to talk about Canadian tornado threat tomorrow, just in time for interrogation files. Wow. Interrogation files, thank you so much for the 10 or 20 gifted memberships. Right as we're about to talk about Canada. That's perfect timing. For those of you who don't know, he is from Canada, so got here right at the perfect time. All right. Now I gotta remember my provinces. I believe this is New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. I'm gonna need my Canadians to tell me if I'm wrong, but those are the main two in here. I think it's only in New Brunswick and parts of Ontario that we have our risk here today. Oh, I don't have my pen open. Where's my pen? There's my pen. Oh. My overlay just glitched there, at least for me. You have Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. Oh, now we're getting all messed up. Let me get a little circle going. This is Quebec. No, that's not Quebec. No, this is Quebec. This is New Brunswick. This is Nova Scotia. This is that, like, island. I think. Dude, I don't know. This is like Prince Edward's Island, isn't it? Are we right? Well, either way, we're going to get 30 to 40 millimeters of rain. Now we're going to move to provinces that I know. Quebec, our beloved. You have a moderate risk. That is a 2 out of 4 risk. That is for winds to 100 kilometers an hour, hail to 1 to 2 centimeters in diameter, 50 millimeters of rain, and a few tornadoes are possible. That is Edwards Island. I'm on lock, bro. The next one that we all know and love is Ontario. This is Ontario. I got this one, guys. We have winds between 70 to 80 kilometers per hour, hailed up to 2 centimeters in diameter, and rainfall accumulations from 20 to 30 millimeters. Now, you ready for this? This is where we're going to be impressed. This is Alberta. This is Manitoba. This is Ontario. Kidding. Don't let me scam you guys. This is Saskatchewan. I love Saskatchewan. I've been there multiple times, and this is Manitoba. On lock. But we do have a high risk. That is a 3 out of 4 risk. And this is for tornadoes, winds to 110 kilometers per hour, and hail up to 6 centimeters in diameter. I got all the Canadians. I got them. Trust me, I know my provinces. I literally used to study the map of, like, Canadian provinces when I was in, like, 3rd grade, and that was, like, something they'd make you do. Like, geography? Yeah, I remember that. But that is our risk tomorrow in Canada, and I promise we're going to talk about the U.S. risk, too. It's just I saw the Canadians in chat, so we had to talk about it, because I had it right there. What are the territories then? Ask again later. Preferably, like, 4 years from now. Dude, I'm not going to get the territories. I can name all 50 U.S. states. Why do you have a blue jacket on? I'm wearing a sweatshirt because it's cold down here. Also, like, I woke up at 10 a.m. this morning, and that is when Max and I went on standby. So, for the record, I am, like, still wearing pajamas. We're rocking with pajamas still. Never even got out of pajamas. Look at this. Little chicken McNugget. We have another picture from James Pettis in Nashville, Tennessee. These are some clematis. They're my favorite clouds. If you know, you know. Favorite clouds. Nothing better. Other than tornadoes. Classic kids meal? No, actually, I got a buy one, get one 10-piece. This storm is very slowly now making its way towards Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I wonder if we're still at 70 mile per hour winds. Yep. 0 inches in hail now. It's not a lot of inches. 0 is very little, very small amount. Nothing, in fact. And 70-mile-per-hour winds. Honey mustard, I have that as well, actually. I grabbed barbecue for the first 5. What's the tornado count for today? Honestly, it's probably like 18, but realistically, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 30 or 35. Southwest Ontario over the next few hours. There's not going to be much going on. This is a very tame system at this point in time. See if there are some gusty winds, but no couplets on that. As we don't got a little rainfall warning action. Let me pull up this. So for those of you who don't know, it was like really active earlier today. We did have 16 different tornado reports. Wow, that pen is massive. We did have 16 tornado reports to start off the day, 15 of which came from like the very early hours of today's severe weather outbreak, and 1 in Michigan as well. But although there's only 15 tornado reports over here, there were easily like 20 plus tornadoes. I think Connor Croft alone saw 11 today, and he was on like one of the 5 storms that was producing tornadoes. So yeah, there were a ton of tornadoes today. Honestly, there was a wind report from every single county in Indiana, and then it is extending further into Pennsylvania and Ohio as well. Mix the honey mustard and barbecue? How would I even do that? How would I even do that? Memphis. Yeah, we can take a look at Memphis. There's actually a severe thunderstorm, probably for, yeah, quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds making its way into Memphis. Hopefully, this fails to continue. There is the chance that it will make it into Memphis, but it could also very easily disappear, just as easy as it did appear. So hopefully we don't see a severe storm make its way into Memphis, but it is a possibility. The storm is not there yet. Nashville, you guys are probably done for the night in terms of severe weather. Yeah. Like it might produce a tornado. Got this hook on it. I don't think it is producing a tornado. It does just look like it could. Let me take my other radar program over here. Just have a better eye on this storm at all times. For those of you who don't know, I do always have more radar up than what you can see. So the Radar Mega, this is the program that I like to use to sort of portray to people what the storms are looking like. But I have a lot more complex radar programs up on other monitors. So you can see, or I can see way more than what you can see. And I only show you guys the important stuff. But I'm always watching everything. Guys, my cat's here. My cat's here. Kitty! I have a cat and you don't? How's it feel? What do the yellow areas mean? Are you talking about on radar or the yellow boxes? Everyone say hi to Chip. Chip does not want to sit on my lap, but he's gonna sit on my lap. He left. Boo! He also definitely just went to the bathroom because he got litter all over my. That's unfortunate. You have 6 cats? Well, I say hi to all 6 of your cats. Yeah, Oreo is upstairs. I can almost guarantee you of that. Now he's just looking at me. He's like, why aren't you giving me attention? Bro, you're the one who walked away from me. Running through all of our severe thunderstorm warnings that we have right now, it looks like we only have a few that are tornado possible. One of those is in Kentucky and Indiana. That's the one that we're looking at now. In fact, that's the only tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning that we have right now. Cheryl, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Chip, say thank you. He said thank you. So many damage reports out of Indiana and Ohio today. This is tornado possible. I don't know why that didn't pop up. So I guess we have 2 tornado possible severe thunderstorm warnings. James, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Dip one end into honey mustard and the other into barbecue. I haven't even opened the honey mustard yet. Also, for the record, they gave me, in this 10-piece, 14 chicken nuggets. So whoever made this, shout out to you. You're amazing. We need more people like you in the world. I think we probably have a pretty good shelf cloud here in Kentucky going on right now. Got advisory 10 for Hurricane Eric. All right, so our hurricane, you know what? I'm the only person here, so that means I can talk about whatever I want. We're going to talk about the hurricane in the Pacific. So this is that hurricane. This is not going to impact the U.S., but like, dude, look at this. We have to talk about it. This thing is beautiful, also destructive, but come on, that does look pretty beautiful. They did just update this. This is now a 125 mile per hour category 3. We can see a lot of new towers going up around the eye wall. It is going to try and close off its eye wall and rapidly drop that pressure. This is also going to be correlated to a raising wind gust, or the gust in the eye wall raising up even faster and being even stronger. What this means is this is going to probably be a Category 4 hurricane when it makes landfall, especially if it continues wobbling to the west like this. It's going to get even more time over warm water to intensify, and it could make landfall as a very significant hurricane for sure. They actually had to abort the eye wall flight to sort of check on this hurricane and see what it was doing because there was hail in the eye wall. But yeah, that is in the Pacific. Southeast Oklahoma, you guys are done with severe weather. I think we still have a watch down there, but these storms are chalked. Ain't gonna do nothing no mo. Hail in the eye wall is not something that's necessarily rare. It's just something that's attributed with major hurricanes. It takes quite the storm to get hail in the eye wall. Also, so whoever just asked what kind of coffee I'm drinking, it's not fancy coffee. It's McDonald's caramelized coffee. A medium, because it is so late at night. You know, while we're waiting for this storm to make its way towards Pittsburgh, what do you guys want to know about, like, weather in general? Because, I mean, we got time. And, we can do some side conversations. Get a little bit of learning action in here. And the way I teach things is going to be like nothing else, because I'm going to put it in my generation's vocabulary, and it's not going to be like a textbook. All right, number one, difference between a tornado and a landspout. Both are tornadoes. A landspout is not connected to a parent mesocyclone, so that's like the rotation, spinny thingy that you see in a thunderstorm. It's just associated with vorticity on a boundary normally. So vorticity is just like a bunch of movement in the atmosphere, and it can cause that horizontal rotation. That horizontal rotation causes a spinny thing that looks like a tornado, but it's not part of a mesocyclone, so it's not technically a tornado. Or I guess a mesocyclonic tornado. And yes, I'm testing you guys on this, so start taking notes. I expect you guys to be taking Cornell notes. Why is a bathtub safe during a tornado? Because a bathtub is, if you take the side profile of a bathtub, it's like a place where things can like fall on top of it, and there's still like this safe area inside of it. It just protects you from debris. Aha, I'm giving people PTSD with Cornell notes. Tell again why it's bad to park under an overpass. We're going to rip another side profile. So say this is the bridge, and this is the road. The area, you know what, I need to make this smaller. This is the bridge, and this is the ground. The wind, to go, when it hits the bridge, some of it has to go over it, and some of it has to go under it. When you compress air like this, it creates a faster flowing, you got to kind of think about air like a liquid. It creates a faster movement because there's more stuff that has to get through a smaller area. In order to move the same volume through a smaller area and the same, in order to move the same volume through a smaller area, it has to move faster. So the air underneath the overpass is effectively quicker than the stuff outside of the overpass. So it's basically a wind tunnel. Other thing too is an overpass is almost always in an area with traffic. So say you park your car here. Okay, well that's great. This is not a car. Wow, I've seen 4-year-olds draw better than this. Well, that's great. You can park your car there, but this semi that's carrying 40 tons of pipe and is moving at 75 miles an hour and is looking at your phone is not going to see your car there. And do you know what happens? He hits your car and it blows up, and it does not end up good for you. That's why you don't park under overpasses. What are the key environmental conditions that lead, or what's the key differences in environmental conditions that lead to the formation of a classic supercell tornado in the Great Plains versus a QLCS tornado in the southeast US? So there are a bunch of different things that go on to create the difference between that. But the thing that I always like to talk about is the capping on the environment. And by the way, if you guys want to learn more about this, I believe it's Convective Chronicles, who has an amazing YouTube video on how to forecast storm mode. I highly recommend watching that one. But one of the easiest things to look at is the cap. The cap is basically, we're going to draw another picture. The cap is like a lid on the environment. You try and have your convection go up, and it hits this lid, and then it stops. Sometimes you can have stronger capping than other environments. So a strong cap, nothing's going to go up. If you have a medium cap, maybe you can get like one little bubbly storm, but it's not that strong. But when you have a very slight cap, what happens is you can get a storm that blows up through the cap, but it blocks other convection from being able to occur. That will create one storm in an environment where nothing else around it is trying to steal the energy. And that will make a discrete supercell, and then that discrete supercell can take all of the environment. However, if we have no cap, nothing there to stop the storms, a bunch of different storms are going to convect and they're going to compete. This competition is what kills the ability for there to be one storm, effectively a supercell. Then when there's a ton of different storms, all their outflows kind of combine. I mean, there's more complex stuff that goes on, and that makes it so they just kind of bow out and congeal into one line. A cap is a hot air layer, correct? So on a sounding, it looks something like this, and it's when obviously hot air rises, but if hot air tries to rise into hot air, it stops. Can't rise up higher. So that's what a cap is. Are QLCS tornadoes capable of being majorly destructive, or are they limited in how much they can do damage-wise? So this is going to be a hot topic. For the record, those of you who don't know, the Greenfield, Iowa tornado was a QLCS tornado. Anyone who says that it wasn't a QLCS tornado is incorrect. It was part of a quasi-linear convective system. Therefore, it is a QLCS tornado. That was obviously an EF4 tornado. Debatably, in my opinion, it was an EF5 tornado. That's a that's a talk for a different day. But that is obviously a very violent tornado, an EF4, potentially an EF5 tornado. That was a QLCS tornado. The reason that we don't see QLCS tornadoes normally become strong, insignificant, or violent tornadoes is just because they move quicker, there's more forcing behind it, and they don't really get to sit there and just ingest inflow. They kind of just are weaker in general because they have less time in an ideal environment. You're not getting graded on a curve. We don't grade on a curve in this class. What determines the size of raindrops? The forcing of the updraft. So the stronger the upwards motion, the larger the raindrops will be able to be, because the larger weight and volume that the updraft can hold up in the air. That's why with the strongest updrafts we see hail, because a very strong updraft can hold stuff up there long enough till it freezes. Show us a good cinnamon bun. I mean, I drew one earlier, I think, but I can draw it again. It literally just looks like a cinnamon bun. This is not a derecho, no. Significant wind gusts along a good portion of the line to have a derecho, and we did not have this. Did not have that this time. Is Outbreak better than Twisted? I've never played Outbreak. I think Outbreak costs money and Twisted is free, so Twisted's got to be better, right? Your notes are very messy. Hey, it's okay. My teaching's messy too. Other than our severe thunderstorm warnings up here, by the way, we are like pretty much done. We have one down here by Memphis, Tennessee. I don't think this storm is severe anymore. I do not think we'll see a new severe thunderstorm warning for that. Same goes for this one. I do not think we're going to see another severe thunderstorm warning for that as well. So we should have only these severe thunderstorm warnings up here after about 6 minutes from now. Do you think Dow rating should play a role in tornado outbreaks? No, because although it is the correct wind speed, the EF scale is a damage scale, and you can't, the radar isn't doing damage to anything, so you can't rate it like that. You got a new tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning that includes Pittsburgh. I would imagine there are a ton of people in there. Waiting for the graphic on that. Probably a very high population in this severe thunderstorm warning. There are 2.3 million people in this new severe thunderstorm warning. That is for no hail and winds up to 60 miles per hour. Wisteria, thanks so much for the $5 super chat. How do you see a couplet in rotation on Radar Omega? Well, unfortunately, I don't have any good examples of that right now, just because we don't have any significant couplets. Wonder if I can find one that's not a couplet, but looks like one. I don't think so. But when we see red and green next to each other normally, and it's counterclockwise, that means there is a rotational couplet. Youngstown, Ohio. Thanks so much for the $10 super chat, by the way. You guys are in a severe thunderstorm warning, but the severe thunderstorm warning has moved through you, so you're done with that. No more. Wisteria, thanks for the $5 super chat. Tulsa, Oklahoma. You guys did not have a derecho yesterday. However, you did have very, very, very significant winds. Upwards of 80 miles an hour. I don't remember what the top wind report was off the top of my head, but we saw the segment sort of like it was moving like this, and then it bowed out right as it got to Tulsa, and this bowing action creates very strong wind speeds because it pulls in air from the back of the system and shoots it forward, and that's what caused all of that significant winds and destruction in Tulsa. Anna, thanks so much for the $20 super chat. Will anyone be live tomorrow for the Northeast risk? We barely get thunderstorms. I will, or I guess not I will. Max and I will both be on standby tomorrow, and if we do see severe thunderstorms and or tornadoes in New England, we will be live for those. We don't ignore based off area. We only worry about the chance for tornadoes. And if there's a chance for tornadoes, there's a chance we'll be live. So Robin, that heat map, I actually have a heat map for our chat right now too. I'll pull that up. Before I get to that, thank you so much for the $2 super chat from Prilla. Storm chase today for the first time. That's amazing. Great hobby to get into. Interrogation files being on standby basically means we're doing this, but not live. We're just sitting here looking at radar, waiting for something to happen. So if something does go happen, we'll be live. Heat map. This is the heat map. Every single dot you see on here is somewhere that a viewer is watching. And the more people that are watching, the brighter the color of that dot. So like over here, we have a pink dot. That is where a majority of our viewers are watching. We have the lightest of light green dots over here, like in Santa Fe, New Mexico. That means we got like one person watching from there. Yeah, Memphis, Tennessee, you're good. Did they allow that warning to expire? Nope, they reissued it. So I am surprised that they issued this warning again. This does include Memphis, Tennessee. That is for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Just realized my title still said that there was a tornado warning in Tennessee. How we change that? Oops, my bad. Don't look at that. Ignore that. I also just saw this. 996. Almost at 29K. 997. 8. Almost there. 2 more. Then we can have a celebratory chicken nugget in a celebratory drink of coffee. 9. One more now. Everybody unsubscribe. Get us down to 0. Hey, there we go. Guys, thank you so much for 29,000 subscribers. Literally 2 months ago or 3 months ago, we were at like, I think it was 5 or 8,000 subscribers. So the last few months have been literally insane. I still can't even believe every time I look at that number that we are at 29,000 subscribers. It's absolutely insane. And it's because of you guys watching me yap for an hour or two every day that we stream, that we're able to be here as much as we are. Here we go. Celebratory chicken nugget. W. Late Tornado James highlights. Yeah, my dad was the 1,000 subscriber. Actually, he's probably the first. For those of you asking about the setup Friday night as day 3, I think that is going to be very interesting. We're going to talk about that. We're just waiting for there not to be a severe thunderstorm warning for probably like 3 million people. Alejandro, thanks for the $5 super chat. My in-laws are vacationing in Caraco this weekend. Should they be worried about that hurricane? No, they are good. That hurricane should not impact them. I think we have a camera here from Nashville. Camera name. All right, this is at UT. That is University of Tennessee. Or Memphis. Sorry, this is in Memphis, not Nashville. My bad. What should I ask for to get your hairstyle? Dude, I literally, for the record, my hair is not as long as it normally is right now. It's a little scuffed. I just tell them to cut it, and then I wake up in the morning, and this is what my hair looks like. There's literally nothing I do to it outside of cutting it. I don't even know what I get. I just tell them to cut it. But you could ask for a low taper fade. That's an amazing haircut, so I've heard. Canadian storm chasing, I actually have like backup internet. It's in my car, which is getting an oil change. So literally the only day that I don't have my backup internet has been the last 24 hours. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of ISP Tech, but they do internet for like a phone or whatever, just like storm chasers. A lot of us have it, or anyone really who needs like really good solid internet. You can get that through them, and they have like 2, 3, 4 cell connections combined. You can put a Starlink on there. If you have home internet, you can throw a like you can just connect it in basically to your home internet, and it binds all these together and makes sure that basically your internet never goes down. I have that. It's in my car because I use it for storm chasing normally. So I don't have it. And my internet just happened to go out, which for the record, if it does it again tonight, I'm going to be mad. It was out for like 9 hours at that. Kentucky, yes, you guys are looking good. Honestly, the only places that I'm concerned about right now, or I guess have any severe warning really at all, are Memphis, Tennessee, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I would be, they did, or I would be surprised if this produces 60-mile-per-hour winds in Pittsburgh. But that's a good thing. And this warning expires in 55 minutes. Storm actually does have a new convection going up on it. The tornado risk in Montreal, I think we talked about that earlier, but I do think there's going to be tornadoes in Canada tomorrow. I actually talked about the Canada outlooks and not the U.S. outlooks because I think the U.S. outlooks are going to change so much. What camera would you recommend for storm chasing? So if you want to live stream, the easiest thing to do is to just use your phone. But if you want to just like take pictures, something like a Canon camera, Sony camera, any of those really are good. I prefer mirrorless cameras, but you can use a DSLR too, but I prefer mirrorless. Indiana, yes, you are finally good. Nothing to worry about in Indiana. Akron isn't even hard to say. Hey, I haven't messed up Akron. Addison, a lot of the storm chasers we use outside of like Connor Croft, Storm Runner Media, Bryce Shelton, Tornado Pagey, and Freddie McKinney, a lot of them are just with a broker, so either LSM or Severe Studios, and we pull them through that. I'm actually with Severe Studios, so that's how I get found on a lot of people's streams. I've sold to news stations before. I've been chasing live on the Weather Channel and AccuWeather before through Severe Studios. What does this get on the boom meter? We're not doing that. The bills are not that high. We're not doing the boom meter. We have serious weather going on. We have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. Not right. I think that's wrong. No, that's right. We have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it right now. This storm is almost into Memphis, and this storm's almost into Pittsburgh. We're watching the one in Memphis right now because that's probably going to be the first one to make it into a major population area, but we are keeping an eye on the one headed into Pittsburgh as well. Did Max end up eating that chili pepper sauce? He did not try Wendy's Ghost Pepper Ranch, unfortunately. Yeah, Arkansas, we are starting to see some pop-up convection. I don't think any of this, I mean, it has a chance to be severe, but severe storms are going to be very few and far between. Smitha, thank you so much for the $10 PayPal donation. Thank you for the weather coverage. What kind of music are you into right now? I'm listening to Peekaboo by Kendrick Lamar. I would show you guys my playlist, but I honestly don't know if the like icons or whatever for the songs are copyrighted. I'm pretty sure they are, and I'm not trying to get a copyright strike because you can get like 3 of those and then your channel just gets deleted. Not Juice WRLD? No, for once we're not listening to Juice WRLD. Mustard. W. London, Kentucky, nothing going on there, thank God. Got an update to the severe thunderstorm warning in Memphis. Expires in 35 minutes. Still have 1-inch sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Back up here in Pittsburgh, this is for no hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. It actually does look like this is starting to surge out a little bit. So we may see a slightly higher than 60-mile-per-hour winds. However, it is not too likely. There's also a tornado possible tag on this. I wish I could like split screen the radar like this, but have one side be one radar site and one side be the other. Max has not gotten a second cat yet. What do you think about the new How to Train Your Dragon burger in Burger King? I've not tried it. I looked at it on DoorDash, but I have not tried it. Just east of Toronto, Ontario. You guys are good tonight. I have not tried Ghost Pepper Ranch yet, just because I don't really like McDonald's. Or not McDonald's. I don't really like Wendy's. Like, every time I get Wendy's, I'm so unbelievably let down by how terrible it is. This is our new NATO cast for tomorrow. Mostly in Canada. 5% tornado risk. A little bit into Maine as well. But luckily, it looks like our tornado risk for the U.S. is very slim. Yeah, whoever asked if I like the Vikings, no, I'm a Packers fan. I like winning. I like winning Super Bowls, and I like having a legacy as a team. I like success, skill. The Diablo sauce from Taco Bell, no, that's a good sauce. We got Rage Buchanan, who's a Motor City Kitties fan. Best worst team in the NFL. Aw. I forget that we were talking about Detroit, and there's a good amount of people watching from Detroit. They probably all just clicked off. I don't care if you like the Vikings. I don't care if you like the Lions. I don't care if you like the Packers. Well, preferably you like the Packers, but we can all agree we hate the Bears. At least we can all come together on that. Motor City Kitties, I mean, they're the Lions. They're in Detroit, which is known as the Motor City, and they play more like kitties than lions. So, Motor City Kitties. They play at the litter box. Let's go Bears. We need a shame spam, or we need shame merch for the Bears fans. I mean, that's kind of their normal logo, but Steelers, sadly, congrats on Aaron Rodgers, Prilla. I hope you enjoy him and his amazing newfound skills. That definitely didn't peak like 7 years ago. Interrogation Files is out here rage baiting, talking about the Bears being amazing. Wearing your Bears jersey right now. Unfortunate. By the way, I don't know how many of you guys follow the NHL, but the Panthers or Florida, whoever their team is, I don't know. I can't think of it right now. They've like already destroyed the Stanley Cup. There's so many dents in that thing. Yeah, the Florida Panthers. Yeah, they've already dented the Stanley Cup. YouTube is yelling at me for having too high of a stream bit rate. YouTube could put the fries in the bag. Pacers or Thunder? The Thunder are going to win because the Pacers are injured. Parker, no way you're telling me put the fries in the bag. We're not putting the fries in the bag. We'll put the fries in the bag after we see the storm move through Memphis and the other storm move through Pittsburgh. For whoever just asked if I like World of T-shirts, that is elite ball knowledge and one of the greatest accounts on TikTok. Elite ball knowledge is World of T-shirts. Need my captain's hat. Elite ball knowledge? I don't even know how to describe what elite ball knowledge is. Elite ball knowledge is like, you know. Like, it's not about anything in specific. It's just like, oh, you know. We definitely have a lot of random vocabulary. Pittsburgh, this storm is making its way towards you even faster now. It'll probably, honestly, I don't even think we're going to have 60-mile-per-hour winds with this storm at this point in time. I probably guess probably like 40 to 50. But still a severe thunderstorm warning. Still going to be a strong thunderstorm, strong to severe. So don't be outside, even though I don't think you're going to be outside at 11:17 p.m. anyways. And if you are, you're probably up to no good. So maybe just go inside either way. How are closets safe in tornado warnings? A lot of times, with the majority of houses, closets are like an interior room. And the whole idea behind saying like a closet or a bathroom or something like that is those are interior rooms of your house. And interior rooms are safer than exterior rooms. Underground's always better. But if you can't get underground, it's better to just get as far inside as you can. Some of the stuff that, like, after all of us weather people are done actually paying attention to the weather today, some of the stuff that comes through my Twitter feed is absolutely insane. Thunder is almost certainly going to win the NBA championship. What are your thoughts on Raising Cane sauce? One of the greatest sauces of all time. The Bills Mafia will erase the smiles off the face of you Bears fans. And the Chiefs will wipe the smile off your face once again. Can like, please, to all the other sports team out there, can we just like agree to beat the Chiefs next year? Please. St. Louis, yep, you're going to be okay tonight. The reason that we've been looking at like one thunderstorm is because we have like 2 thunderstorms going. This is the other one that we have up here in Pittsburgh. Just keep flipping back and forth between these 2 not tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, so we have almost nothing else going on. Cowboys going to win it this year. You know how you make a broken vacuum work? You put a Dallas Cowboys sticker on it, and then it sucks again. What camera is that? This camera above my head is the UT Health Science Center in Radar Omega. I believe it's this one actually. You can look at that in your Radar Omega app. NOMZ, we're gonna talk about the setup Friday night eventually. For the record, Friday it does look like literally insane. We're just waiting until we don't have 2 active severe thunderstorm warnings with a ton of people in them. Jeffrey, thanks for the $5 super chat. A little something for your next coffee. We're gonna need it, especially if we're live again tomorrow. I only got a medium today because I knew that I'd have to sleep at some point. They usually put too much ice. Well, I'm pretty sure they have like an ice fill line. They just fill it there. What time tomorrow? Tomorrow we're gonna be on standby. I don't know when we're gonna be live for sure. I don't even know if we're gonna be live for sure. But we'll be watching. I love Bapples. Bapples are done. There's no more Bapples being released. We're gonna get Blime. Nobody wants that Blime. Joshua, thanks for the $10 super chat. Are we clear in Streetsboro, Ohio for the rest of the evening? Yes, you are. Almost like, you know, we're just going to go ahead and say literally all of Ohio is clear for the rest of the night. Flatwoods, Kentucky, you're good to go to sleep. Everyone's good to go to sleep, honestly, at this point. Memphis, Tennessee, this storm is bearing down on you, starting to get into the edge of the precipitation. Apples are nasty. See, now that's crazy. Mason, trust, you can go to sleep. Anywhere in the U.S. right now, you can go to sleep if you want to. If an EF5 hits my house in California, will I survive? Well, there's a lot to unpack there. So an EF5 does the most damage, which means that your house is gone in order for it to be an EF5. In California, probably not going to have an EF5, honestly, for a bunch of reasons. I don't think a lot of the houses in California could even verify an EF5 DI. And the environment there would almost never support an EF5 tornado, so that is two very large reasons why we would never have an EF5 in California. But yes, EF5s, like those, your home is like, the whole thing about an EF5 is your house like literally can't survive it. If your house is hit by a proper EF5, you do not have a house. That's basically the definition of an EF5. Can you fly in your PJ right now if you take me? Is hurricane season going to be wild this year? I do think it is going to be above average, yes. Thanks for the $5 super chat, by the way. Who'd win an EF5 tornado versus the Chiefs in their stadium? Couldn't be an EF5 tornado because it get flagged for holding about 40 yards downfield of where the Chiefs stadium even is. Bro, Nightbot does not need to have this much attitude. Have there been tornadoes that should have been EF5 but were rated lower? Probably like 12 million of them. No, not that many, but there's been a ton of tornadoes that were EF5 wind speeds, just didn't produce EF5 damage. I think we literally had one 3 days ago in Nebraska. Rated an EF2 but didn't hit anything to do EF5 damage. So they rated an EF2. Go back up and look at Pittsburgh. Almost to you. I feel like this is in like the exact same spot. Oh, it's stuck on. I'm not clicking. My fingers are off of the mouse. I feel like this is in the exact same spot every time we come up here. That's good. The longer it takes to get there, the weaker it'll be. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning in Missouri. This includes the towns of Centerview, Warrensburg, and Knobnoster. This is an amazing town name. We got anyone watching from Knobnoster? Oh, yes, Brandon. The EF scale is a damage scale, not a wind speed scale. There are wind speeds associated with the damage, but it's a damage scale. Dang, what do we have against Knobnoster? We have some Knobnoster haters in the chat. Is it true that up close oncoming tornadoes sound like a train horn? So it's like there's a million different things that a tornado can sound like, but I think a train horn or like 1 million freight trains is the most common thing that I hear. It's just like really loud. Are you a Thunder fan? No, I'm a Timberwolves fan. Salty subject. How do you get your layout for your stream? If you're talking about the overlay, I made it myself in Python. Yeah, Shelly, ignore Nightbot. I don't know what he's on about. Matt, I'm not in this. What's your take on tomorrow? I think tomorrow's probably gonna have like one random tornado. And that's it. Just like one random tornado somewhere. Talking about the warnings and how you make them automatic. That's all done in Python. Is it possible to sail to Pluto? I think my cats flew there. Most likely not. Crazy Coffee, I do not use NWS Wire. I just use their API. For those of you who don't know what the NWS API looks like, it looks like this wonderful like mess of a bunch of different weather information. It's infinitely long and never ending. This is what the programs that all of us have that run overlays has to sort through and get information from. This is what it looks like when you turn pretty print on, but I don't like pretty print. I like this. Isn't this beautiful and clear and concise? For the record, I do like a bunch of different, like I've made a bunch of the overlays for a bunch of people. I made Connor Croft's overlay. I worked on some stuff for Freddy as well, and Bryce Shelton and Tornado Pagey. I had this huge issue with one of their overlays, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. The link was something like this, whatever dot API dot whatever, and then there's like the key, and I had it working for literally months. Nothing changed. Then it broke, and I was like, what was changed? Like, what has changed that made this code break? 4 hours later, I figured out I was missing a / at the end of the URL because suddenly it decided that it wanted that and it made a difference. And that single black / at the end of the link broke the entire code. No, mine's working. At least the issue that it was having with like the confirmed tornado warning, we actually haven't been able to test that, but it should be working. Why does it say lay tornado possible? Because lay in front of everything makes it better. Like, you know, lay tornado, lay balling, LeBron. Just adding lay in front of everything just makes life better. Christina, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Wisteria, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. My grandpa's house outside of Guthrie was picked up by a nader, is now sitting 5 inches off his foundation. I believe it. Like, the stuff tornadoes do are insane. But I'm glad he's okay. Blew a piece of cat hair out of the screen, by the way. I'm not just blowing air for fun. You just crash your stream tab? Unfortunate. Nawaka, yes, it is all automatic. Like the EF5 Deadman walking El Reno re-timber Joplin tornado. Now that is some proper weather brain rot. Julio, the NWS API is all public. Like literally search up NWS API and all of that information is on there. You can use NWS WeatherWire too. That's another option, but you got to reach out to the NOAA to get an account to get on WeatherWire. I used to have a WeatherWire account and then it suddenly stopped working, and I need to get a new one. Mason, if you're sleep deprived, you should go to sleep or drink coffee. That's what I did. No more severe thunderstorm warning in Memphis. All right, we're gonna move up to Pittsburgh now. Hopefully, yeah, just in time for the storms to go through here. Would you look at that? That's elite timing. So this storm is heading into Pittsburgh. Doesn't look like it's going to produce a tornado or anything, but it's probably still going to have some gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour. I'm going to do this. And I have to go to the restroom quick. I will be right back. I'm going to try and make it back before the storm gets to Pittsburgh. All right. I'm back. Probably take B right back off the screen, huh? Wisteria, thanks for the $5 super chat again. My dad got a phone from the Catoosa tornado because the tornado flipped a semi carrying it, and then he stole it off the side of the highway. That is a crazy way to get a phone. Davis Does Weather, thank you so much for the 2% channel membership. Let's flip and go, Mr.Dibble. You're my favorite YouTuber. Jesse, thank you so much for the identical message and the $5 super chat. Welcome in, Davis. How's it going? Interrogation Files, thank you so much for becoming the infamous 10 Hatch member. We need W's in the chat for interrogation files. Am I allowed to beg for someone to buy me a membership? There's literally no way for anyone to buy you membership. Like, you can't direct a membership at someone. For the record, I think that's dumb. I think you should be able to do that, but you can't do it. Tufts, we could do the 743-hour live stream today. What do we think? For the record, YouTube lets you do the 743-hour live stream. You just can't have a VOD of it. Guys, I feel like a boomer. No offense to any of our boomers, but I just got a notification on my phone, and it was about the stock market, and I'm like, dang, I really got to check my stocks. And without thinking what I was doing, I literally just checked my stocks. I'm like, wait a second. Why am I checking my stocks right now? It's 10:42 p.m. Central. You don't ever just want to check your stocks? Texarkana, there's a chance of scattered thunderstorms, but nothing too crazy. Stocks are looking up today, not mine. Mine aren't down anything insane, but they're definitely not up. I think I was up before close. I closed up 0.8%, and then overnight I'm down 1%. The only thing I have stocks in is Dib. W thing to have stocks in. Guys, we could turn this into a little stock market analysis stream. We could start hedging. I wonder if the Weather Channel has a stock. Could we hedge the Weather Channel? Imagine. We have 2,400 people watching. We can all invest $1,000 that we don't have into the Weather Channel, and we can hedge the Weather Channel. What's the parent? Yeah, the parent company's IBM, and IBM definitely has a stock. All right, guys, he's got $284 for one share of IBM. Actually, look at the year to date. Would have been an amazing thing to invest into the Weather Channel. They're up 28.26%. Yeah, IBM, like the computer company, owns the Weather Channel, I believe. At least it used to be. I don't know if they do anymore. I'm pretty sure they do. I'd short it. I don't know if I'd short something that's up 28% in the last 6 months. It's Allen Media Group. Time to check that. I don't even see that. I don't think that's publicly traded. Guys, what are we doing? It's 10:46 p.m. and we're talking about the stock market. For the record, The Weather Channel fell off like a long time ago, in my opinion. As soon as they got out by IBM, or they got bought out by IBM, they started loading the app with ads to the point where it just didn't load. It's like that's when the Weather Channel died, in my opinion. That and they like fired all the good people. Welcome in from Iowa, Becky. Yeah, Missouri does have a couple of storms now that have fired along our front. I think both of these are severe for 60-mile-per-hour winds. This one is severe for quarter-size hail as well. It ain't producing quarter-size hail right now, but 2 severe warnings over there, nonetheless. Literally just these two and these two. We're down to 4 severe thunderstorms. 60 and 60. What is 60 mile per hour in kilometers per hour? It's 96. I want to say basically 100, but I'm pretty sure it's 96. I don't know. One of my Canadian friends is gonna have to help me. I'm pretty sure it's like 96.56. Basically 97. Windy. Yeah. We can just agree all around that it's windy. Tufts, I could do like a month-long stream, but like we need something to do a month-long stream too. That you gotta sleep on stream too, like kind of weird. By the way, the stream just hit 18,181 views. That's a palindrome. No matter how you write it, it's the same palindrome. Wisteria, thanks so much for the $2 super chat. Today is not the day for a gritty, but we may hit a gritty eventually. Not today, though. Yeah, that Memphis storm pooped itself. So did the ones in Oklahoma. We got a severe thunderstorm warning in Kentucky, however, for 60-mile-per-hour winds. This is heading towards Jackson, Kentucky. Probably going to get slapped by that outflow boundary to the north. This one. Who's Nightbot plugging? Nightbot's plugging me. Simco12_WX is me. I just have a different @ on all my social media platforms, which I shouldn't, but that @ iconic, and I can't just like switch my @ Trivia time? We can do trivia if Interrogation Files is asking the question. I ain't saying I'm gonna get it right, but we can try. Tufts? I do a lot, actually. I do a lot of random stuff. I'm always doing something. Listening to Not Like Us. I have to resist the urge to say every single word in the song and get a copyright strike. Looks like the rotation on the cell in Shell City, Missouri. I mean, we can look at it, but I do not believe we got any rotation. It's got a new severe thunderstorm warning, however. I mean, there might be rotation, but it's not going to be tornadic rotation. This new severe thunderstorm warning includes Roscoe, Harwood, Shell City, and El Dorado Springs. It is tornado possible, but I don't think there's a tornado possible. I think it looks like it has a hook, but it's because of new convection. But I've been wrong before. Davis, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Favorite and least favorite fast food place? Right now, my favorite is Dave's Hot Chicken. My least favorite is Wendy's. Wendy's can put the fries in the bag, but not actually because their fries taste like poop. In distance, how long is 6 minutes of latitude? I'm chalked. Oh, I should know this because I have a GIS. Oh, I have GIS classes. Probably like 10 kilometers. I don't know. 6 kilometers. Probably chalked already. And we were talking about those for thunderstorm warnings, and they just canceled 2 of them. I'm gonna guess 6 nautical miles. Even though that would make too much sense. Attaboy, look at me go. Thanks so much for the 20 gifted memberships, Interrogation Files. I knew it was one of them, I just didn't know which one it was. For the record, like, one of the things I had to do this summer was I had to, like, quite literally map, guys. Guys. We have a severe thunderstorm warning in Canada. Or not Canada, Alaska. This is the 3rd one in like 3 days. We have another severe thunderstorm warning in Alaska. Guys, we gotta switch the YouTube title. We are live covering this severe thunderstorm outbreak, at least in Alaska terms, in Alaska. This is for 1-inch sized hail and less than 50-mile-per-hour winds. Please, say the thing. Say the thing. Dang it, it's radar indicated. We had a satellite indicated severe thunderstorm warning in Alaska the other day. We don't have that right now. I was hoping we have another satellite indicated severe thunderstorm warning. We do not. Guys, if we get two severe thunderstorm warnings in Alaska concurrently, I don't even know at this point. I don't even know. That would be wild. This is like probably in Alaska terms, this is a severe thunderstorm outbreak. We also have another severe thunderstorm warning heading towards Memphis again. We just really don't like Memphis today, apparently. In Pittsburgh, you guys are basically done. Like, it's still storming there, but you're mostly done. All right, back to what we really care about. Like, it's time to lock in. Time to lock in. Does Alaska ever get tornadoes? They got a tornado yesterday, I believe it was. Either yesterday or 2 days ago. We had 71 decibels in Alaska on the bingo card for today. I had 72 decibels, and I don't think we've hit that yet. I have not warned people to take shelter from rip currents yet today. What does decibel or dBz measure? It's did we get it? Bingo card hit. That's bingo, baby. That's bingo. This gets one big boom. 74. Who had 74? I think Pettis had 74 decibels in Alaska on his bingo card for today. I don't know for sure, though. Calgary, we have some scattered showers in the area, but nothing imminently concerning. Decibels, like, you can measure any sort of sound return or radar return in decibels, but basically the radar site shoots out a radio wave, and then it bounces off of stuff in the atmosphere, and then depending on how much stuff there is, more or less of that bounces back to the radar site. So it measures in decibels the amount of radar that got returned, or radar signal that got returned. Big weather trying to take your attention away from the Iditarod is wild. Dude, I just want to see 2. Please give me 2 concurrent severe thunderstorm warnings in Alaska. Is that too much to ask for? I mean, it's too much to ask for 1, but I'm asking for 2. Guys, the Twins game got delayed at the start. I think it was 9:15 p.m. Eastern. It was in Cincinnati, and then they just canceled it. Or didn't they cancel it? They called it, I think, in like the 7th inning. I don't know. Probably talk about our Pennsylvania severe thunderstorm warning. Pittsburgh, you're no longer, I guess, part of Pittsburgh is included in this. This is for the next hour and 14 minutes, and it has 60-mile-per-hour winds. Got some down here around Memphis as well. It's both for 60-mile-per-hour winds. This one for 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch size tail, as well as another in Missouri. And back to the important one in Alaska. Guys, did I mention that there's a severe thunderstorm warning in Alaska? No, there's still only one in Alaska. If I see two, trust me, I'll let you know. Why did Riley let Quebec invade his top overlay? What do you mean? I don't see Quebec. We should go back to talking about the stock market. Bro, the weather stock market is a lame and boring place. Lay tornado? Yeah, what do you know about lay tornado? For anyone wondering which song I'm listening to right now, even though nobody asked, it's Africa by Toto. Elite song. We need to go back and look at Alaska, you're right. We need an update. Guys, it's only in effect for another 12 minutes. It might be chalked. AG, thanks so much for becoming a 2% channel member. You watched the F1 movie with Brad Pitt on the first day? Absolutely. Wait. Bro, I missed the release of How to Train Your Dragon. You're kidding. That's annoying. I gotta lock in. Gotta lock in. What are the white circles on the map? Are you talking about these circles? If you're talking about like this circle. Oh, you know what? We can attempt a little perfect circle right here. Oh, we're already chalked. So locked in. Pretty perfect if I say so myself. That is the radar range ring. Canadian storm chasing, Wingstop is gas. Oh. We're taking that. We're taking that. We're taking that. All right, so back to our storm in Alaska. Still severe thunderstorm warned. We need an Alaska cam. We do. Can we get a storm chaser live in Alaska? Need someone to lock in and chase storms in Alaska. Yeah, that was a pretty good circle. Like, was it not? Bro, someone's gonna join the stream for the first time and be like, oh, weather stream, and see me drawing a perfect circle. Northeast Ohio, you're good. This is not producing 60-mile-per-hour winds. I refuse to believe it. Then Memphis is still hated by weather. Yeah, all of these are cameras. And like the one above our head, that is this camera here. Or I guess my head. Check on Missouri. Yeah, we do have one severe thunderstorm warning in Missouri. This is for El Dorado, Springs, Collins, and Roscoe. How's the top of eastern Kentucky? Like chilling. Our gusty winds and outflows to here at this point. This is severe warned, but it's moving this way. Right here, explosion. No. No explosion. You're fine. Safe. Marked safe from explosions. Is Alaska real? Honestly, I don't know. Brandon and Connor might be chasing in Canada tomorrow. I hope they do. Delicious. No more coffee. F's in the chat for coffee. Okay, this expires in 6 minutes. We best be getting a continuation of this. Alaska severe warning. Yeah, it means the world is ending and the Vikings are going to win a Super Bowl. Kidding. Especially with the Vikings winning a Super Bowl. Your gas station snack order, Chester's popcorn. This bag right here, actually. This is the stuff of all time. That and a Coke. I go to Quick Trip, the one with a K. KWIK Trip. Bottled Coke tastes better than canned Coke unless it's in the can. Like, the best Coke of all time outside of McDonald's Coke is the Coke that's around Christmas in the polar bear can. And no one can convince me otherwise. Mexican Coke isn't a competition because, like, that's not fair. Speaking of Mexican, wondering what 24 empty Mexican bottles look like. This I feel like everything people have asked questions about, I've just pulled out of my inventory. How much did you pay for your gaming chair? This Amazon like special gaming chair right here. This is an S Racer. I think it was like $112, and it's the greatest gaming chair of all time. My cat's back. They canceled the warning. This is the saddest thing I've ever seen happen in my life. We need a moment of silence. We need a moment of silence for our severe thunderstorm warning in Alaska. I'm gonna go grab my trumpet. We gotta play taps. It's not a trumpet? What? I thought this was a trumpet. You look tired? I'm not. I just drank coffee. Oh, he wants to climb my shoulder. Please don't play your cat. I mean, I'm petting him. Does that count? Wow. And you're leaving. Not fair. All of Duty, Apex, Fortnite, Mortal Kombat, Fortnite. Guys, let's play a game. Somebody name a random item, and we're gonna see if I have it within arm's reach. Football. All right, check. We got a football within arm's reach. What's next? Glasses. I mean, those are on my face. We have those. Cell phone. Yeah, we have that. Armchair. I mean, I'm sitting on one. I do not have a hamburger stress toy, unfortunately. I have a gaming keyboard. I have an Apex Pro. That counts as a gaming keyboard. Nail clippers? No, but I have a clip. 2001 Honda Civic. Be the same thing, right? This looks like a 2001 Honda Civic to me. Is it not? Computer mouse, yeah. Of course, we have the glorious Model O2 wireless. I have socks on. I don't have chapstick. I don't have a cat toy. Actually, I'm not. It's not a 911 Carrera. It's a GT3 RS. Yeah, my dream car. I have a flashlight technically. You got squirt. Tennis shoe? Does this count? World's dirtiest Nike. I have a mic. I'm talking into one of those. Culver's. You ain't even gonna believe this. I have a Culver's bag. This is not a hotel. This is my room. I used to have cheese curds. They were in the Culver's bag, but I ate them. Picture of Max? I do not have a picture of Max on hand. Does this count as a pillow? Technically, it's a pillow. Windows 11? For storm chasing has Windows 11 on it. Does that count? By the way, one of the things we do with the donation is buy equipment like this. This equipment will hopefully let us try something no other storm chaser has done before that may let us stream on a very low bit rate for a very high quality stream. I'm not going to say too much because I'm going to be selfish and keep that information for myself, but that's what we do with all the donations on this channel is buy stuff for streaming and such. A basement? I'm in a basement, so technically. Modern Warfare 2 for the PS3. I have that at home. Holly, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Yeah, there you go. There's my $20. We have $20. Do you have a textbook? Not right next to me. I do have it, but I have my it's Wetlands Ecology textbook. Gifted membership? How do I have a gifted membership? I get a free gifted membership for being my own channel. JW at streams. Preferably Storm Chase, though. The number 5. Right there. Elgato capture card. I don't have one on my desk. I have one in my car. Galvanized square steel. I mean, it's on this table next to me. A sauce packet. Count. Yeah, the Alaska cancellation is the saddest thing of all time. I do have a drink still. I have Coke. There, we have gifted memberships now too. Holly, thank you so much for making 2 of these things happen. 3 pennies. I have a quarter from Georgia. I have my PC case is over there. It's kind of got my PC in it though. Your favorite soft drink? My favorite pop is Coke. My router's over there. It's working right now, which is surprising. Mysteria, thanks so much for the $5 super chat. This stream is the only thing keeping me alive during my bout with food poisoning. Well, so sorry you have food poisoning. I've had that too. It is literally the worst. Internet, we have that right now. Coke will destroy your teeth. Trust me. My teeth get checked on plenty. My girlfriend is going to school for dental hygiene. Trudy, bro. Trudy just donated $50 on PayPal. Guys, we need W's in the chat for Trudy. That's literally insane. Not only do we have $20, we have $50. And we're talking about Alaska severe thunderstorm warnings and random stuff. So we need W's in the chat for Trudy. You have a cat? My cat just ran away, unfortunately. Bro, how is there 1,800 people watching right now? We're talking about anything and everything besides the weather. We're talking about a late tornado possible. Scotch tape. Yes. One light bulb. I have a light bulb in the room next to me. I used to literally have a light bulb right there, though. I do not have a picture of Nicolas Cage. Mount Carmel, Illinois. There's nothing going on in Illinois, I believe. I mean, there's scattered convection, but nothing severe. Not even a special weather statement. A pencil sharpener? Dang. You guys are really making me note, or like pointing out all these things that I need. Kentucky? Yeah, I have the state of Kentucky in my hands. A limited edition shiny Charizard. I have one of those in my room. Of fear, you can sort of estimate what's going to happen with the weather with the clouds, but can't do too much. The skull of your arch nemesis. Now this is what we call a random elite poll right here. Y'all doubted me. Y'all doubted that I said that I have any random item. Look at that. Where's our comments now? Y'all doubted me. Shark tooth? I do not have a shark tooth. A handful of peanuts. Now we just have the most random things. I do not have an egg. I do not have Legos. I do not have chewing gum. I have the Declaration of Independence. Holly, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Got a new mesoscale discussion. Believe it or not, I am still watching the weather. I have soda. I have Coke. Isolated but marginally severe hail may occur over the next couple of hours. A weather watch issuance is not expected. That is for these storms here. "3D printer, yeah. You know, I have that, but I don't exactly know how to show you that. Hold on, I can do this. Is this gonna work? I have the A1 Mini with the half-finished print on it because I ran out of white filament. But I do have it, Bamboo Labs A1 Mini. Hot Wheels, I don't think I have a hat. I don't have Hot Wheels, but I have have the RB. Oh, I don't remember exactly which one this. This is Max Verstappen's first Japanese Grand Prix, F1 car. White liver. You have a lamp? I have a lamp, but it's behind my setup. Do you not have an inflatable sheep? Do you not have a Buzz Lightyear costume? Best two plays. That is the Japanese Grand Prix livery. White Bull. We love White Bull. A metronome? I have one on my phone. I do have Siege. I do not have an inflatable pink flamingo. By the way, guys, we are down to 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. One here, and then one all the way up here. And this one has been majorly trimmed down and will probably be allowed to expire pretty soon and or be canceled. My PC is on a room protector or a surge protector. This severe thunderstorm warning is to be allowed to expire, so we'll be down to 2. Jeff, thank you so much for buying me 1 whole spool of filament for my A1 Mini, so now I can finish my print. Corning, Arkansas, yes, you can go to sleep. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, no name. Now I can get rid of my empty spool and put a full spool on there. I did not have an EF6 tornado. What am I printing? I was printing a toothbrush holder. Micro USB charger. I have a toothbrush charger. Actually, I have 2 toothbrush chargers. Does that count? I might have a super. I have one. It's not technically in arm's reach. There are no tornadoes in New York City, so I do not have any of those. SMJ, I have an SM7B. I don't have an HDMI port, but I have an HDMI dummy plug. Does that count? Basically the same thing, right? I don't have Outbreak. Otherwise, I would hop on Outbreak. I have an Ethernet cable. I don't have an Ethernet port. I actually do. Like this has to get me some points. I have a network switch. So I guess this is technically an Ethernet port. Got a little Netgear network switch on my desk just in case. Interrogation files? I don't even know what my Steam is. Last time I played Steam was when Among Us was popular. Show us your feet. And it's chalked. All-time lows have been reached. It's a scam. He's trying to trick you into saying New Brunswick again. Guess it's chalked. Minnesota, safe to go to sleep. Good night, enlightened truth seeker. Thanks so much for tuning in. Raspberry pie. I think I'm gonna have to cheat a bit and get up and check my drawer. That cheating? Are we gonna count that? I feel like we count this. This is also technically Linux for the person who asked if I had Linux. I feel like that counts, in my opinion. If I got it that fast. The spider on your forehead, GG's. Gonna hide in my hair and never gonna find it. Why'd the polygon change colors? Because it went from a severe thunderstorm warning to a special weather statement. We now only have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. We've been yapping that long. When will the stream end? No idea. Probably when the warnings end at this point. Probably relatively soon, actually. Because we do have to get up and be ready for streaming again tomorrow. We gotta do forecasts, though. Never stop yapping. Yeah, I'm harnessing my inner Ben Williams right now. We love watching Ben Williams stream at like 2 a.m. in the morning. Best two, we could definitely see decent severe weather. I don't think we're gonna see anything too crazy in New York, but definitely are gonna see storms. That's for sure. We should probably start talking about tomorrow. So this is our outlook for tomorrow. We have a large slight risk, almost no tornado risk. We basically, honestly, a small 5% added up here. Not gonna rule that out. But honestly, day 3 is more interesting. This is like when we have very scattered storms, a capped environment. But if there is a storm that does manage to fire up, we will have a cool, probably photogenic tornado this day somewhere in our slight risk. You know what else we need to talk about? Tropical tidbits. We're just gonna click play and loop the hurricane for a second. Why not? It's Hurricane Eric, by the way, gonna make landfall probably early tomorrow morning in Mexico. Cat 3, 125 right now, if I remember correctly. All that pink is just convection. That's satellite. Pink is the highest of high clouds. The reason you didn't see anything in Oakland County, Michigan is just because kind of got lucky with the environment there. It wasn't as significant as it could have been, and there was nothing too crazy. Buddy, I'm located in Wisconsin. Eric may bring some moisture to West Texas, but it's not going to be anything crazy. Dale, we don't know what time stream's going to start tomorrow. We're going to be on standby, but we don't have like a specific time picked out, and we got another severe thunderstorm warning. We're up to 3. Uno dos tres. Let me guess. 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Bang. Rose, so technically the day one outlook is still for Wednesday. Day 2 is for Thursday, and day 3 is for Friday as of right now. Day 1 is always like, or I guess normally the current day. Day 2 is the day after, and day 3 is 2 days after. And a technical day runs from 12Z to 12Z, which is UTC, or Universal Coordinated Time. RJ, thank you so much for becoming a 15 Hatch channel member. Denver, you're not likely to see any of that moisture from the hurricane. Costa Rica, the weather should be relatively good tomorrow. Not really anything I can do to look at that on Radar to Mega. For the record, I was in like Costa Rica for a little bit over the... I don't even remember when it was. I'm so tired. But I think it was over the break. And the most annoying thing was having to look at satellite instead of radar for the weather. There's things flying around on the Pikeville, Kentucky camera. Yeah, good old Pikeville, Kentucky. There's a lot of bugs that fly past this cam, and the infrared reflects off of them. YouTube Studio just crashed. Southern California, I mean, you're going to see weather, but probably not the kind you like to see. It's going to be a lot of fire weather. Northern California, actually, I think it was yesterday, or maybe it was today, they saw a 94-mile-per-hour non-thunderstorm wind gust. It's like 94-mile-per-hour wind gust just for the fun of it. Alaska, yeah, unfortunately, you guys have no more severe thunderstorm warnings, so I guess we can come out of shelter now. Alaska. Bro, Canadian YouTube is like pumping up the ads recently. Washington, D.C., I honestly think it's going to be pretty chill there on Thursday. Bro, when I was trying to watch Max's stream earlier, like, I clicked on it, and I got a triple unskippable ad at the beginning. Like, bro. Triple unskippable is wild. You got a 97.3 circle? Not fair. Yeah, for the record, what Best 2 Plays just said is true. If you refresh the video, the ad goes away most of the time. Or just use ad blocker. That's what I do. Baltimore, Maryland this weekend should be pretty chill. To do the website where you draw the US from memory. All right. That's terrible. We're gonna refresh. It'd be terrible. I clicked the wrong button. Wait. You know what? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. Coke, not Coke Zero. Normal Coke. What's Sporkle? Another severe thunderstorm warning. That's right. We are here to pay attention to weather. This is a 60-mile-per-hour thunderstorm warning with hail up to 0.88 inches in diameter. Chat, I need a membership. Somebody gift 1,600 subs. Actually, they only have to gift 15,080 or 1,580, but sorry, 1,587 now. Now 1,597. That'd only be like probably like $3,500. Nobody do that. I swear to God. Max Velocity, thank you so much for the 1,500 gifted. No, imagine. I almost just broke this clothespin that I've been playing for with the past like 12 days. How's it going, Michelle? Snap. Why'd I actually check my snap? You got me stuck doom scrolling Twitter. Dang it. I don't want an actual fidget. I want to play with whatever I have on my desk. I have a lot of fun stuff here. Like a fidget to me. I'm surprised that you are still alive. That makes two of us. It was the highest tornado risk in California. It was a 10 hatched. Don't know for sure though. Is it a Bauer or a Milwaukee? A Bauer. Good old Harbor Freight. Paid like 24 bucks for this bad boy. And it works. Mason, there is not a tornado watch in California, at least anytime soon that I remember. Petition for Riley to put music in the stream. That is something that I'm working on. I just need to download enough files from Epidemic Sound, which is non-copyrighted music, and put them in the background. And I need to like put them into a 2-hour playlist or something. But currently my login doesn't work to Epidemic Sound, so I gotta do that some other time. But it is in the works. It is something I have on my list, because I do tend to zone out. And I don't like silence either, guys, trust. I forget that you guys can hear silence because I'm listening to copyrighted music. Bro, Nightbot. Knock it off. I wish Nightbot could hear me. Nightbot's too locked in. Should get copyright free lobby music. I could just listen to Fortnite music on loop. Should I just play the OG Fortnite song in the background? Mason, yelling at Nightbot will not help it. Do I even have Fortnite installed? I don't right now. Unfortunate. I have clips. My clips are empty. I have Max Verstappen. Dang, where are my Fortnite clips at? Tough. No Fortnite clips, I guess. I have Fortnite clips actually somewhere. I have whole Fortnite montages. Hmm. Trying to find an elite Fortnite montage. It also doesn't have copyrighted music in it. This is what I played on like 40 ping too, which is unplayable builds wise. What song is this? I know this song isn't copyrighted. That's not true. Guys, I'm being recorded. Not fair. We're watching this muted because I'm not trying to get copyright strike. These are some elite Fortnite clips right here. On like 40 to 60 ping, might I add. It's no longer a weather stream. This is a Fortnite Battle Royale stream. Oh, dang. Look at that. Look at that lag. It's terrible. This was my first montage for the record. We don't talk about this. This is terrible. You play build mode? Absolutely. This is when I played on 60 ping too, so this is when I was terrible at the game. I could still phase walls just fine. Personally, I see a lot of 200 pumps. Show us a new one. No, we're not watching that one. This one was one of the better. Use code SIMCO12, by the way. Hashtag ad. That's my Fortnite creator code. This is when I used to play on 20 ping, so not as bad as 60 ping. This is the clicks map. I am a Max Verstappen fan. This is totally a weather stream at this point. I've not played Fortnite in a long time, though. Does reflectivity, velocity, and CC all update on the same radar sweep? Yes, but it updates at different points in time. It's a pretty cheeky angle right there. No, you cannot see the opponent replay, unfortunately. Yeah, we just watched Riley clips. This is a Fortnite live stream now. Yeah, this is my old YouTube channel. Look at that. We're up to 14 subscribers. I wish I made content when I was actually good at the game. This is like where the content creation started, was on Fortnite. Oh, what is this? A little shockwave clip? Dang, look at that tracking. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. I have Snapchat clips as well. I should find some of the Snapchat clips. Snapchat clips go even harder. With aim assist? Yeah. Bro, I have to take advantage of aim assist. To be fair, I aim trained with aim assist off and then turned it back on so I had aimbot. I have clips of me aim training somewhere. Trying to find one of the elite aim training clips. I only have 740 hours left. Dang. We're almost done with the live stream. I scrolled too far. I found the picture of my first Fortnite win. We're not ending stream. I have to at least find this clip. Can't find it. It might be chalked. I'm finding everything else besides what I want to find. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, cookie clicker. I can't find the exact clip I'm looking for. Might be chalked, guys. Oh, I'm in the right area of my camera roll. We're getting warmer. Clash Royale. It's got to be around here somewhere. Maybe it's chalked. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it at this point. Favorite Fortnite emote? Orange Justice. I'm a sellout. Oh, we got it. We found it. Don't even worry. We found the clip. Look at this elite Fortnite gameplay. I didn't miss a single target. I was on lock. Let's run that back. Appreciate that beautiful aim. Pretty good if I say so myself. Looks like things have calmed down, yeah, and then some. We have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings, none of them which are tornado possible, and that's what we were waiting for. That was the goal today, was to make it until we have no tornado possible severe thunderstorm warnings. That being said, I do hate to say it, but it is now midnight. There are other people in this house who want to sleep. And we have to stream again tomorrow, so I should probably get some sleep. We can talk about Fortnite, the stock market, Alaska, and all this other stuff tomorrow. We've been live for 2 hours and 44 minutes. It's time to go to sleep, guys, for all of us. It is too late for all of us to be awake. So we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Thank you guys so much to everyone who tuned in. We had just over 25,000 views today. We still have 1,400 people watching. I think we peaked at I don't even know. I think it was just shy of 7,000 viewers today. So I'm going to go to sleep. We'll probably be back tomorrow, knowing how the weather's been the last few days. Goodbye. We'll talk to you guys in the next live stream.